Alright, there we go. My apologies. Took a little longer than expected, but we're good to go, I think. Let's see what happens. I don't think we need the vocal music, though. No, we can do without that. Thank you. Alright. Lovely. Ah, some Ben Prunty. Excellent. And voila. Yes, this is actually coded in Flash, if you can believe that. So every time you Alt-Tab, it decides to pause. Which is certainly a little strange, but hey. It's a bit of an old game, actually, but they're still constantly updating it. It was patched a couple of weeks ago, I think. Anyway, decided to spend a little time streaming something prior to the Microsoft conference, which is in, I checked myself, 2 hours, 54 minutes is the answer to that. So I thought I'd do a little bit of this. Our partner, ChronoGG, which sells a indie game every 24 hours for a pretty damn significant discount, is doing Neo Scavenger, which I have heard about. I did pick it up years ago and never got around to playing it. I think we've got a review copy for it. And it's supposedly a fairly hardcore and pretty detailed post-apocalyptic survival strategy game thing, so I am intrigued. Never played it before, so Lord knows if I'll be able to get it right. I guess we'll see how it goes, won't we? Alright. I don't even know if it has a tutorial, so this will be interesting. Abilities to choose from. Alright. Always good to, you know, mechanics always useful in post-apocalyptic worlds. Flaws, I believe, are probably going to take away from this points balance, I would think. Medic's always good. Probably going to get hurt, probably going to die. Melee, metabolism. Yeah, survival game, reduce the intake requirement of these things. I don't see why you wouldn't do that. Bit of electrician, maybe? Yeah. And let's see. Hacking as well? Might as well. Lockpicking. How could you go without that? That, I suppose, will work, won't it? Don't see why not. Alright. You wake up disoriented, slumped over the base of an empty cryosleep pod, still damp from cryo fluid. The thick dust from the floor clings to your skin, leaving a clean spot on the ground with a large 5. Across the room, there is a open door to the hallway, a broken window leading outside. Just as you gather your wits, an unearthly scream erupts from down the hall beyond the doorway. Something is coming fast. Alright. My options for this encounter. I mean, I don't think any of these things would help, but... Ah, it tells you what you do. Okay, so I could rig the door to stay shut, hack it to stay shut, or emergency dump under the stasis tank. I don't see how that would help. Just rig the door to stay shut then, I guess. Give that a shot. Select action and confirm. Use your common maintenance override code. You switch the door controls into maintenance mode, forcing the door closed and locked. The creature howls madly, slams into the door and rams it a few times before its muffled sounds recede again. This reminds me a lot of turn-based, text-based interactive fiction game, actually. We're currently standing in the room. Okay, so what can we do? Climb the window, search the console for records. Hey, we have hacking. We should probably do that. Alright, so you sort of click it there, it heads over here, and then it does the action. Check the console for any patient information. Which of these am I? Well, I can see 3 pods on the screen, so I assume these tanks, like, there you go, 1, 5, and 6. Probably none of the ones that I was in. So, that doesn't help. I guess we'd probably best leave? I'm just checking if there's anything else that I could really do in this room. Probably not. Alright, let's get out the window then. You decide to go outside and see if you can figure out where you are. Avoiding the broken glass, you step onto the sill and outside, rustling some plants that have grown wild in the area. It's cool outside and damp, probably morning. A distant report of a gun catches your attention. You cock your head, listening, but it's over as quickly as it started. Obviously, you're not alone out here, so that doesn't necessarily comfort you. Oh yeah, there was the big number 5 on the floor, wasn't there? True enough. You're in the parking lot of the Geiger's cryo facility, but everything looks disused and in disrepair. Plants have pushed their way through the pavement and over the facility. Worst of all, nothing looks familiar. You don't remember this place, or even who you are. Your frustration mounts, but you catch it and put it in check. Might as well take a look around. Alright. Tutorials. Cool. While traveling in the world of Neo Scavenger, you'll notice some hexes with boxes or magnifying glasses on them. Boxes mean that the hex has items to pick up. A gold outline means there are new items since you've last been there. Magnifying glasses mean the hex can be scavenged for items. Most are really useful stuff. Most of the really useful stuff must be found by scavenging. However, scavenging takes time and energy. You risk danger every time you do it. Alright. Good to know. Okay. Well, let's have a gander then, shall we? So that's what that'll look like. Alright, so here's our hex area. Don't really want to hang around the cryo facility, considering there's a giant freaking monster in there. In fact, I'm also kind of keen on hiding my tracks as well if this thing tries to follow me. So let's start with that. So you've got a set of moves, I assume, before the world reacts. So let's move on to here. As you approach the town, there is no sign of activity. Buildings stand in ruin, vehicles are overturned and blackened with fire. Explosion marks radiate out from the walls and pavement. In the distance, strange-looking creatures circle in the sky like monstrous leathery vultures. The world has drastically changed from what you knew. Some sort of cataclysm has befallen Earth, returning mankind to the Dark Ages. Along with it, your hopes of finding a warm meal and some answers. You decide to look around and scavenge what you can from the ruins. Sounds good to me. Okay, scavenge. Looking at all these other things. Alright. Let's have a look. To scavenge a hex, you must first choose a location to search. Some hexes have only one, others may have more. You'll then be shown relative success chance, safety levels of scavenging. Green full bars are good, empty red bars are bad. They'll also show tools and skills you can use to adjust the results. Loot, safety, and sneak. So you can scavenge to hide somewhere, find things, all that kind of thing. Alright. Well, it looks like there's something here. Oh, that indicates it's been chosen. Alright. Actually, no, it doesn't. Alright. Ah, that's just tutorial image. Okay, I was like, what? Alright, then. You've got these areas there, right? So, if I select this area and click confirm, not a lot of chance to loot here. And I can use my mechanic skill to avoid dangerous structures and pitfalls as well. Like other suburban homes, mobile homes were the first front lines of the war between fleeing urban populations and supernatural hordes in the wilds. However, the smaller size of 10 means there's less to be found in each. We'll have a little gander, and I just want to see kind of how this works. Is there any reason not to use mechanic? I mean, it doesn't seem like it. I would have thought maybe that would, like, use more movement points or something, but let's have a look. Right. Nothing there by the looks of it. Oh, there's a storage shed. That's probably got something in it, right? Maybe not. Oh, okay, that puts you back in there. All right. Okay, so you actually don't want to put that there. Right, I understand. Yeah, you're right. The loot bar does go down when you do that. Okay, so if an area looks pretty safe, you shouldn't use that skill. I found something. Go to the item screen to see what it is. This feels really old school. Like, pleasantly so. Those games like Robinson's Requiem and all sorts of things like that. Even a little bit of, like, old Fallout in here for good measure. Just a case of, we're just going to put a lot of cool, maybe clunky systems in just for the sake of it, for immersion. I like that. Oh, I'm going to move this overlay for a second, because it is overlaying important information in the game, which is never good. See what I can do to fix that for you. I think I should read it there, but whatever. Yeah, bit small, but it'll do. Just to make sure I don't cover anything important on that little text screen under there. Wouldn't want to do that. Alright, what did I find is the question. Well, I got a sleeping bag. That's always good. I got a meat cleaver. That's probably a handy little weapon there. Don't know if I'm left-handed or right-handed. Wonder if it makes a difference. In a game like this, you'd think it probably would. Sleeping bag will be useful, no doubt. I'd get out this hospital gown. A plastic bottle. I assume that has water in it. Some stones and some string. Yes. I'm definitely feeling good about that. Not even wearing any shoes or anything, so I imagine when the night comes, that's going to be pretty rough. Okay. So this will take a... Where do I click to go back? Those are my abilities. There we go. That takes me back to the Hex. Let's go back to scavenging. So we got those 2 mobile homes that we haven't checked out. Might as well use all of our moves. I don't see a reason not to. Let's have a gander. Nothing. And I think according to this, there is still an item here to find. Items on the ground here. Why? Oh. These lying around so I don't actually have them? Okay, well. Nope. How would I carry them exactly? I think I'm now wielding a sleeping bag. I'm not sure how helpful that is. It's probably because I put them down because I'm currently in this area. I don't want to leave those lying around. Just hoping that I'm right on that. Let's scavenge that last home. Oh, there's something there. Okay. String, bit of old newspaper. Lovely. I'm sure all of those will be extremely useful. Oh, so this counts as a container. In some way. But weirdly enough... Oh, I assume that is a backpack that I don't actually have. So can I only carry what's in my left hand then? Does that count as a... Ah, you can... Oh, so the sleeping bag is as a bag, of course, yeah. Why wouldn't it be? That does make sense. Alright, well, let's grab everything we can then. I am current... Oh! The rags count as an air filter. That's amusing. Alright. I'm not sure if we can put things in it, though, I'm afraid. No, so it doesn't look like I can actually carry it. I don't have any pockets. That's, I think, the issue. Let's see if I can craft something that could help. Maybe I can make a bag. Oh, I don't have any moves left. So, I guess I'll go on a turn then and see what happens. However you do that. Yep, alright, end my turn then. And then we'll see if we can craft something to carry this stuff around. I might as well camp here. Available campsites, that's pretty cool. Alright, end the turn, let's see what happens. Flash is requesting permission to save on your computer. Yeah, you can do that, that's okay. Jeez. Alright, let's see what we can make, if anything. This may solve our problems. Player is shivering. I mean, I imagine he is. Available ingredients, known recipes. That's a lot of recipes. None of which are handy here. Oh, there's more. Okay. Tools... Rags from clothes. Top shelter and weapons. I don't think any of these count as a bag, although I wonder if I could make one anyway. Let's see what happens. So if we combine that with... Ah, you can make a makeshift sack, which should do the trick. Do I have to combine it with anything? Is this sort of like a try to discover things as you go system? Okay, I think we'll just make it then. There we go, that is a makeshift sack, which one hopes I could then wear. What if I then took the sack and see if I could make it better? I don't know. String! No. That will not help. Alright, well, this should be alright. Let's open inventory. This is actually pleasantly old school, like I said. There we go, now I've got a container. Look at me. I am a survivor. Now I just want to put things in it. Is there an easy way to do that? Yeah, it's right-click. I wish there was a take-all button. That would be handy. Put everything in me sack. And then I think we've cleared this area out, so we should probably move on. I do need to find some shoes and clothes and everything else. So if I could find some cloth, maybe I could make some clothes of some description. That would probably be good. Alright then. And I have no vehicle, needless to say. Let's move in this direction. Oh, hello. There's a person here. There's a stranger. Hopefully he won't want to kill me. I do not want to fight him. I'd like to speak to him. A lot of options available. Threaten him. Let's have a word with you, mate. I have a meat cleaver, so, you know, if he tries to fight me, I'll just take his clothes. Evidently, he does not want to talk to me. All right. I'm temporarily distracted. I have a meat cleaver. You're going to regret this. And the only thing I can currently do is wait. All right. Okay, then. You charged at me, so really, you're not going to be nice, are you? Let's fucking murder him, then. Currently, selected response is combat. Combat it is, then. So how do I hit him? Because I got my meat cleaver. Oh, I've got to move closer to him. All right. I mean, he's charged at me. Surely he's in melee range right now. Oh, here's the range thing. Wow. Okay, so he's all the way over there. Interesting. Guess I could charge at him. Makes you vulnerable. Yeah, but he can't reach me, so I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Charge at him. I'm now range 15. This is definitely a very clunky combat system. But it's very, like, simulation-level combat system. It's going to advance to at him at a normal pace, range 7. I wonder what range I have to be to actually hit him. I guess we're about to find out. Alright, I'll threaten him. I'm going to raise my weapon at him. He does not care. Alright. I tried. How do I sort of take up a defensive stance? I don't want to trip over or anything. Range 2. I guess I must be, like, right next to him at this point. Oh, you can dive at him and tackle him. Should I try and tackle him? That definitely seems like a good way to do it. I mean, he's only got his fists, and I have a meat cleaver, so I'm liking the tackle idea. Player fell to the ground. Must regain footing to continue. Exposed to an easy attack. And he fell to the ground. Everybody waits. We both suck at the fighting thing. Oh, wow. So because I'm on the ground, I now have different options. That is a really cool level of simulation. I just imagine this happening. Very Monty Python-esque, where we're both charging at each other over the hills, and it's just taking forever, and there's that drums in the background, and then we both just fall flat on our faces. Just embarrassingly get up. Ow! Kick me in the leg! What a bastard! I've got to get back on my feet again now. I'm now coughing up blood and bleeding internally because he punched me in the stomach. What the fuck? Get up. God damn it! Why do I keep falling to the ground here? Oh my god. I'm in severe pain and having trouble concentrating. Let's get away. I'm losing to this guy. Roll from the target. Player dodged out of the way. Kicks them while they're down anyway. I'm gonna end up dying to this bastard. I just want to get up and hit you with a meat cleaver. Is it that difficult? I am in unbearable pain and passed out. And he looted me and left. Well, I am unbelievably terrible. Oh, shit. Something approaches you. You're dead! A Marga-wraith has spawned. You die. Wow. They weren't kidding about difficult. Alright. What a fucking disaster. Alright. But my cleaver. I can fight, right? Nope. Oh, Lord. Well, let's try that again then. So we've got lockpicking, electrician, mechanic. I'm tempted now to take something that lets me fight or run away. Tough. Sounds good. There we go. Let's go with that. Yeah, one unspent point. Yeah, I don't think I can... Oh, I can put track in it as well. There we go. Alright, let's try that again then. I don't think there's any point in even rigging the door to do anything, but we'll do it anyway. Oh, cool, because I have tracking and search for clues this time. Neat. Dust on the ground makes it easy for your trained eye to pick out one set of tracks in particular. They appear to belong to a humanoid dragging something, probably a mantle or cloak. It was here fairly recently, probably in the last 24 hours. It entered through the doorway, walked to your stasis tank, went to the control console, and left. Yeah, and we saw that number 5, which I think was us. Philip Kindred. Committed. Alright, well, getting out. I wonder what other options you get based on other starting skills. I love that in Fallout stuff. Should we stick around and scavenge? See what happens? At which point we would just probably get murdered by the thing. This does seem like the kind of game where if you went back into the place where you started, you would be immediately murdered by a monster. So let's try it. Supposedly there is loot in here. Yep, okay, we found something. Okay, nice if... Ah, there's the view. The hell? Oh, shards of something and... Consume/use this to... Oh, so that's the window. That's very strange, isn't it? A weird way of doing the interface. Alright, well, we'll head back into the town. See what we can find. Now I'm sort of getting the hang of this interface. It is very archaic. Ah, it's got different stuff this time. So rather than mobile homes, there's houses. There's probably a higher chance of finding something. No real reason to avoid a dangerous structure. It's just a regular house. No useful items in there. Looks like there's tracks here as well. Oh, it's my tracks, yes. I wonder how relevant that is. Oh, where'd this tarp come from? Oh, it's on the ground, okay. String in the tarp. Maybe I can turn the tarp into a bag of some sort. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I don't really want to take apart my hospital gown. It's the only clothing I have right now. Yeah, looks like I can't do anything just yet with this. Maybe I put some string in there. Yeah, the only thing putting the string in is just makes more string medium length. But what if I made a medium length of string and then maybe combining that would do it? Instead of... Because these are just little bits of it. So let's put that together. Wonder how many turns this is taking. Oh, it's taking a very small amount of the movement percentage there. All right. Clear crafting yield area. Yep. So that takes it. Yeah, let's turn it all into useful string. Then let's put it in there and see if that does anything. Nope. Next. Oh, there's a next possible button. So yeah, I can make a sack with it. Neat. Yeah, so it did. Yeah, I was totally right. You combine the tarp with the string and you make a sack. Which is cool, because now I can carry things. Yeah, very, very, what they call them? Immersive sim-like kind of thing. It's like, oh, yeah, basic logic. Not the sort of thing you usually apply in video games. Apparently this one really wants you to, though. It's like, hey, let's just charge this guy, which is what you would do in a normal game. Like, nope, do that. Yeah, he's dead. Now, the music isn't from the game, as you can clearly see by the scrolling music up to the top left of the screen there. Okay. Ooh, all of these seem very useful. A pair of binoculars. A branch. Yeah, we know what happened last time with the melee. Have I got a string in my hand? Why is the string in my hand? Yeah. Good, I got a pair of binoculars. I shall hopefully be able to see those bastards coming and avoid them this time. Dirty rags, maybe can make clothes with that. Again, I do wish there was a take-all. Unless there's some kind of shortcut for that I don't know. I'm not sure if I can fit the branch. Oh, gotta play some inventory Tetris, apparently. This does look like I could do it better, doesn't it? Do I really need the newspaper? I could probably craft the newspaper into something knowing this game. There we go. No spoilers in the chat, please. If you've already played this game, don't want that. Don't tell me how things work. That makes binoculars with a strap. Which I assume I can put around my neck. Yup. Handy. Let's see if we can make some actual clothes here. I have a scrap of foil and some dirty rags. What would you put together to make clothes? That would tear the thing apart and get more dirty rags, which is not quite what we're looking for there. You might have to clean them or something, knowing this. Oh, I can make a sling weapon with these. I do have some zones. Yep. I don't know how good I'd be with it, but it might be worth a shot. Alright, we made a sling. Do you have to load it with stones? I'm going to assume it uses them automatically. Let's see what else we can craft. I don't know how interesting a game this is to watch. I'm going to go with it probably isn't. A bit more interesting to sit and play. Alright, what can we do with some tin foil? Nothing. I'm seeing if there's anything we do with that wrist strap. I'm going to go with no. There's that weird talisman thing. Foil and gown. Makes nothing. I don't want to tear the gown apart for more dirty rags, not knowing that I could make something else with it. I think that's probably about it. If you combined a branch with that, you could make a... Ah, so that makes a splint. I was thinking, like, make a flag of surrender with it. Hey, make a torch. Yeah, of course you could. That makes perfect sense. Alright, let's scavenge a wee bit more then. Actually, we don't have any moves left for that. So I think we're going to have to move on to the next turn. Unless it lets me do it anyway. Which it actually does, by the looks of it. Uh-oh. Yeah, activity likely alerted nearby creatures. And I can't leave because I've burned all of my moves. In before I've just killed myself again. That wouldn't surprise me. End turn. It's a dog. It's not going to be very happy. We should just leg it, really, shouldn't we, at this point? It's a dog. Can I really get away from that? Run. Yep. Leg it. Leg it. Oh, yep, the dog is absolutely after me. And I don't think I can run away from it, as I ran as fast as I could, and I'm still the same distance. Still running. Sprint! Okay, I've got up some speed. Alright, I can get away from it if I sprint anyway. I've sprinted away from the fray. Tried to leave the battlefield. So, it depends on your proximity, how far you are away. And I got away from it. Okay. Question is, will this thing pursue me forever? Also, I need to find shelter. It's not looking good out here. Oh, loot. Alright. I would hope that having my binoculars will help. Interesting. It's not letting me scavenge this area. I wonder if there's just something on the ground. Maybe we should just camp out here. Ah, movement cost is 2. That's probably why, yeah. There are 8 squirrel corpses on the ground. No. We should have that and eat it, clearly. Give me my squirrel corpses. And some pebbles. Who knows what we can do with this? Question is, can I even fit it in my inventory? Squirrel corpses take up a surprising amount of room. We should eat it. Yeah, so the box stands for stuff on the ground. Don't actually have to scavenge stuff here. Well, no shelter available here. And we won't be able to move out of here, I think, so it takes 2 moves to do that. It's like I want to cook some squirrel. That would involve making a fire, which... question is, do I even have the means to do so? No camp benefits of any sort. We can't throw the squirrel. No, that is not a thing that can happen, I'm afraid. I could just run. Let's just hide our tracks for the time being. I don't want that damn dog following me. Player is shivering. Yeah, I can imagine. Looks like there might be loot over here. And here as well. Let's, just in case, have a... Alright, there's nothing there by the looks of it. So there should be items on the ground, straight up. Water and rocks. I mean, not going to complain about the stones. We kind of need those. Might as well drink it. No reason not to. It's currently shivering. Yeah, I'm working on that. We need to find some shelter of some sort. Looks like there's something over here to have a look at. We have to end our turn, though. Nothing on the ground? Nope. Oh, well, it's at least not raining anymore. Yeah, I'm sort of slowly seeing the bars go down. Obviously, you don't have to camp that much. Hills and falls of water. It's like a kind of cave area. Let's have a gander. Scavenge an open field. Right, well, it shouldn't be too hard. Nothing there. Which is weird, because it's probably just on the ground, isn't it? Yeah. Berries! Eat them, probably die immediately, knowing this game. Okay, I didn't die, so that's a plus. There we go, we have 4 stones for our sling. This, I think, is as full as it gets. We might as well drink it, there's no reason not to, right? Into the woods, it looks like there's a area to scavenge over there, too. What's my fatigue looking like? I seem fine. It's like, this is a decent place to camp, certainly, but I don't think there's any reason to at this point. Oh, I can get wood from here. Don't know if I can build anything useful with that, though. Let's find out. Yeah, so we have access to everything that's around here as well. Like, wouldn't sunlight count as a crafting ingredient? That's pretty cool. It's like, I wonder what you would combine to make that useful. Alright, let's see. We can make branches. Not enough move left to craft. Alright, well, let's just chill here for a minute. Not sure why people are asking about schedule. I think we made it abundantly clear. Schedule, twitch.tv/Totalbiscuit/events. It's on the Twitter, it's on YouTube, it's spammed by Moobot every 5 minutes, it's on Steam, it's in every video, yeah. Well, let's rest and make a large tree branch and see what we can come up with. Looks like there's a shack in the woods we could check out there as well. Alright then, I would like a large branch, if you don't mind. Oh, so I guess harvesting it gets all of those things. It makes a broken branch, really. But what would you combine with a large branch? This squirrel! No. This is kind of... You'd think... do I have a way to make fire? I do have stones. I don't know if I could use those as flint. I just love this idea of being able to use sunlight as a crafting resource. It's pretty great. You got a little bit of what would look like kindling there, certainly. Maybe you'd use smaller branches for a fire. I want to just cook this squirrel, basically. But without any sort of flint, I don't think we're going to get very far with that. I'm going to assume stones do not count. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get anything hugely useful. String is probably handy here, too, and we just don't have a lot of that. You can kind of throw a lot of stuff in there and it'll just sort of figure out what you can do with it. At least based on what you know. Alright. Well, I don't think there's going to be anything massively useful here. There's your campfire. if there's anything else that we know that's useful. Medium campfire. Small lit campfire. 1 flame source and 1 kindling. Yup. Don't have them. Alright, then let's move on to the shack. I don't think we need to... We can't really carry those. Also, I have a feeling I have to put ammunition in here. I'm pretty sure that's the inventory for the sling. Yeah. It is. Should I be carrying this dead squirrel with me? As you pick your way through overgrown ruins, a peculiar sound becomes briefly audible. It disappears but picks up again as if carried by air currents. It's a distant humming like small gas engines out of place in the stillness of empty forests and abandoned buildings. As in, that's a bit disturbing. Let's have a gander in the shack. Looks like there's probably loot here. You found something. Berries, clean rags, and a disposable shopping bag. So I guess that'll give me more inventory space. And I can always use the... equip the sling if I need to. Got some clean rags here as well. And some berries. And of course, whatever that offers. 5 pebbles. They're stacking 10. Alright. Let's have a quick gander at the storage shed. Might as well give it a bash. Nothing. Uh-oh. I keep burning through my turns like, oh, you've alerted creatures, and you're screwed. Oops. Okay. Well. It looks like we managed to avoid that for the time being. And there's nothing else here at the moment. Should I hide my tracks? I mean, it did say I'd likely alerted nearby creatures. I don't think I actually have any tracks now. We're still not quite done with the forest shack, apparently. Alright. Now we are. Okay. Let's move on to these abandoned houses. Gonna hide my tracks just in case. Yeah, so this is sort of a... looks like a good city area, probably full of stuff. Like there, for instance. Probably has something very useful. Let's check out the house. Nothing. Uh-oh. Don't trust that guy. Scavenge and move on a little bit. Alright. As the source of distant sounds finally comes into view, you stop in your tracks, unsure of whether it's safe to continue. Ahead you see a titanic warehouse, like one of those distribution centers from before the apocalypse. There's a dull roar of ethanol generators, combined with the occasional rev of unsuppressed exhaust from off-road vehicles. Figures seem to be milling around a low extension on the right, and the occasional ATV arrives or departs without fanfare. Well, hopefully none of these people are going to try and kill me. Well, we do have the binoculars. Let's have a quick gander. Peering into the distance, you see a bright sign. Reading Zomzom's place to eat, hanging over a giant garage door. Fenced off behind tarp and barbed wire. Bright lights, welding arcs, and peculiar shadows can be seen in the fenced area. More lights from within the warehouse. A semi-trailer attached to one of the loading bays acts as a makeshift gate and headway into the warehouse. Ragged-looking figures lined up outside the trailer, watched over by armed mercenaries. Oh god. It looks more like a club than anything else except for the tarp area. Then you see a truck on the other side offloading prisoners or slaves of some sort. That doesn't bode well, but then again, people come and go freely everywhere else and are entering voluntarily through the pedway. Oh. I do have a feeling that wandering in there unarmed in a hospital gown will probably result in me ending up being the latter. They don't seem like good people whatsoever. We should probably avoid this. Knowing how this game just likes to kill you, I'm not going to approach the line in a hospital gown with no freaking shoes. That... No. That sounds like a terrible idea. Let's move into the city. Relatively dangerous to look around, but should be okay. Ooh, stuff. Lots of stuff. Ho, ho, ho. Wow. Okay. What are we looking at here? Oh, yes, the good old meat cleaver. To be fair, we'll probably want it for actually cleaving meat, as opposed to using it as a weapon. Let's see, we're sort of rapidly running out of space here. Very much so. I'm thinking maybe if I can put on some proper clothes and go back, I might actually have a bit more luck. Also, I really shouldn't be wearing this, should I? That's probably also something that would give me away. I need clothes. I need to be able to make them. Is there anything here that would help me do that? Glass shards could probably be fashioned into weapons of some sort. Foil, getting more foil definitely seems like a good thing. It only stacks in 3. No, actually stacks in 5. It doesn't auto stack for whatever reason. Yeah, I do like the idea of getting some broken shards that can probably be crafted into something useful. And I really would like to pick up that meat cleaver. Let's be honest, I'm thinking a meat cleaver is going to be more useful than a bloody branch. And besides, I can find branches anywhere. If we can take a couple of these, again, these shopping bags might be useful crafting material. Oh, we can put that on your back. Alright, didn't know that. Handy. And then you got this digital water tester here. I've got the sling as a weapon. And now that I actually have a free hand, I can equip it. And I do have that cleaver if I need it. Not that it helped me last time, I tell you that for a bloody fact. That was a disaster. We'll take that because it has some value. When I can actually find somebody to trade with, I'm sure that will be of help. And that place may very well be that, but I have no intention of going there looking like this. Because that sounds like the perfect opportunity for someone to take me captive. Alright then. Judged on how this game has treated me so far, that does seem like the kind of thing that would happen. Alright, we're not quite done scavenging this area. Let's have a look at the other apartment building. Ouch! Busted my knuckles a bit. Made a bit of noise. Let's move further into the city then. Uh-oh. Feral dog. Never good. Probably should just move on rather than looking around here. There we go. So far, so good. An abandoned office tower. Whiskey bowl. Alright. I do like the idea of getting a second bottle. Cakes. Yes. Eat cakes. Absolutely. Oh! It's a recipe for a 308 rifle with scope. That's like draw an owl. It's like draw a circle, 2, draw the rest of the owls. Like how to make a 308 rifle. 1, have a 308 rifle. But those mechanical parts will most likely be very useful. So we should absolutely take those. And we play a little bit more inventory Tetris. I'm very tempted just to get rid of my dead squirrel, I think. That's probably not a terrible idea. I don't think we need this. More dirty rags. Again, having lots of these does seem like it would be a good idea. I could surely make something useful out of that. Yeah, the rest of it looks like, yeah, this is probably not going to help in any way. Maybe let's grab that other plastic bottle. One way or the other, at least we can take the rags part of a string if we need it. Some more glass shards. Alright, so they only stack in 5 at most, but got a little bit of space there. Okay, so I think that's everything that was here. I think. Oh, you can still... There's a storage shed. Uh-oh. Let's hide our tracks. There we go. That seems like the best thing to do every time that happens. I already ate one of the Twinkies. I left the rest. Let's have a look. Nothing good. Nope, wrong button. Well, game did say it was Neo's Scavenger. It wasn't kidding on the second bit. I don't think there are any nearby creatures to alert, honestly. Not massively worried about that. Alright, what was in here? Hello, we found some clothes. Lots of them, in fact. Lovely. Don't have to look like a moron anymore. And we got some pockets. Cargo pants. We're still wearing the gown. Please take off this gown. How do I even do that? Do I have to remove all my clothes first? There we go. Alright. We got some trousers. And a corner collar t-shirt. Even branding in the future. These blue jeans have significant sale value. Gillen-Gurdon's Rodents Roots of Michigan road map. Always take a map. It helps to have one if you can. I can put it in my pocket. There we go. More storage. You can wear shirts on top of other shirts, yes. Let's wear 2 of them then, because it is a bit cold out there. More of these rags just in case we need them later. I do want to take this pair of blue jeans if I can. Can I wear jeans on top of other jeans? Nope. I'm looking at these sale values and I'm thinking, how useful really is this? With all the stuff I've got, I'm now thinking, like, can I craft anything of value out of all of this crap that I have in my inventory? Now I'm going to go back to Zomzoms and see what happens. Like I said, didn't want to show up looking like that. That's prime getting screwed over material. If I threw a mechanic in there, what would happen? That's a good question. I've just got so much bloody rubbish here. What can I do with it? I want to make a better bag at this point. I should probably take the gown apart now, right? Because I don't see a reason why I would need that now. Now we can make thread out of that. Which would absolutely be useful. So you got your string. Make a bit more thread out of it. I guess the question is, what would you put with thread? Well, probably clean rags rather than dirty, right? That makes that sling. We already have that. A lot of this is kind of a guessing game. Although we do have some known recipes. Question is, can I make anything helpful? Rags from clothes. Well, we know how to do that. We've made that. Batteries, box cart, makeshift sack we have already made. I'm thinking making a second one of those would be nice. We need a large, non-rigid sheet, though, and I don't believe we have that. Unless we have a way of also making a sheet. Which we do. Oh, no. You need the sheet itself. Don't believe I can fashion that as it stands. Oh, so if you have something with a sharp edge and then take a small corpse, you can just take meat from it. I should have done that with the squirrel earlier. Yeah. I'm sure I could carry a lot in a shopping cart. Problem is I don't have the means to make a shopping cart. Well, we're going to head back to that area and see if we get horribly murdered as a result of doing that. I'm very curious. Nope. That's the main menu. Shouldn't be shivering anymore. I am wearing some clothes. I'm hoping that'll help. I want to go back in there with a tinfoil hat on. Let's head back to Zomzoms and see what happens. Let's see if this was a bad idea. It's such a weird way of entering places. Like, what? Consume and use this to enter. Alright, we'll approach it then. You cautiously approach the warehouse, noting a bright sign reading Zomzoms, a place to eat. Oh, I've already seen all that. Semi-trailer attached to one of the loading bays, acts as a makeshift gate, pedway. Let's approach the line. Uh-oh. Alright. Oh, it looks like it's like a fighting arena of some sort, maybe. While on the line, you feel a flutter of anxiety each time the line advances. With each step, you try to catch a glance of what's through the doorway in the trailer, but you still can't tell. Most of the people in line are ragtag looking, wearing mismatched clothes and stinking of sweat. Well, I'll fit right in. Some confused, others bored. The guards are better groomed by comparison, though you suspect they'd just as soon murder you for your clothes if they weren't being paid. Up a few wooden plank steps, you step inside the semi-trailer, and hollow sounds of a crowd echo down the narrow corridor from the warehouse. To your right is a chipboard and mesh booth where an attendant is collecting fees and weapons and stamping people before they walk toward the trailer. Stock or spectator, the attendant drones. I'm going to assume stock means I wish to be a slave, so probably don't say that. Let's say spectator. What you got? Looking behind you, see ice slabs, shoes, and sun jams. Looks like there are definitely some items they'll accept more than others, at least today. I do have, yeah, this water thing probably seems like something that would be good. Either that or my binoculars. You offer the item, which is dashes in a metal locker. Oh, okay, this is kind of deposit. Hand, she demands, reaching for a stamp as you present your hand. She applies a symbol and number, then nods to another grizzly merc who checks you for weapons. He tosses your confiscated items into a numbered bin and ushers you down to the trailer. Inside, it's 1 part Super Club, 1 part Gladiator Pit. A wall of sound assaults your ears as you cross the threshold, part human cacophony, part generator exhaust. Mostly frenetic industrial music. The smell of food. Smoke. You can't hear it over the noise, but you can feel your stomach rumble at the smell of sweet barbecue. The cavernous warehouse is dominated by a dirt-floored arena with high mesh walls. Spectators ring the pit on 3 sides, the 4th reserved for a large garage door leading outside the tarp-fenced courtyard. Beyond the door, you catch the flash of welding arcs where it appears scrapyard robots are being prepped. And opposite the garage door, the thing you really care about right now, a wide booth with grills spewing sweet and spicy smoke into the rafters above. People clamor to get at it and walk away with their prize smeared over hands and lips alike. Barbecue. Well, at least there's still barbecue in post-apocalyptic future. Good to know, considering our current circumstances. You wade through dirty patrons intent on manhandling some ribs or beans or rice or whatever it is they've got cooking over there. Who knows how long it's been you've been in cryo? How long has it been since you've had a hot meal? I had that squirrel earlier, and a Twinkie. Pressing your way through this final wall of hungry patrons, you get an elbow on the counter and desperately try to make eye contact with one of the servers. A few eternal minutes later, one of the apron-clad food slingers glances at you, and you nod like an excited dog. Succulent barbecue. Now I'm going to pay for the bloody thing? Huh, alright. Sure, I'll have it. This meat. It's like good, fully developed veal. Why do I just have the feeling that the slaves may very well be this meat? It's possible. Steak is slightly tougher than prime veal, a little stringy, but not too tough or stringy to be agreeably edible. The roast is tender and in color, texture, and smell, as well as taste, strengthens your certainty that all of the meats you habitually know. Veal is the one meat in which this meat is accurately comparable. They're going to some pretty severe detail on this meat, aren't they? Just then, an announcer pipes up with that same oscillating voice every strip club DJ seems to have. He starts hyping the crowd. "Can you count, suckers?" he shouts. Patrons start yelling back, "I said, can you count, suckers?" On cue, a testosterone-fueled wave of shouts comes from the floor. "Raise those numbers," he calls with expectation. Everyone raises their fists in unison. The music changes, lights switch to UV, and numbers appear on all the stamped hands. Oh, Christ. Your heart starts to race as you realize what's happening. Looking around, everyone has a stamp, most like yours. They all have numbers, but it's clear now what the symbols are. Patrons let you have silhouettes of vultures next to their numbers, those unlucky few who don't have lambs. Thankfully, I was not one of them. The announcer calls a number, a low number. Feeling somewhat relieved, you raise your hands above your head. Patrons around you look up to it for a moment, then continue scanning the crowd. Oh, shit. Someone's gonna die. A scream of protest erupts from the far side of the arena. Everyone nearby looks across where a commotion is starting. A man is hoisted into the air like a crowd surfer at a concert and propelled to the arena gate. Patrons claw the remainder of his barbecue from his flailing hands, fighting over it like dogs. Guards wrangle the struggling man and toss him onto the dirt floor in the arena as the gate is sealed behind him. The winner is a filthy, weak, and confused-looking human. As he clambers to his feet, a clacking and squeaking sound crescendos from the opposite side of the arena. Cheers start erupting through the warehouse as the source of the noise rolls into the arena through the garage door. The bot is little more than a heavy, treaded ring of barbed spikes. A haphazardly hung LED ticker sits atop its mast, flickering the words Morning Star, confirming your suspicion as to its nature. He's gonna die. It is Thunderdome, basically, yes. Without pausing, the bot starts closing in on the human, who, to his credit, has given up rattling the gate and is now facing the more immediate danger. He starts circling left, leading the bot to one side of the pit, then dashes right as fast as he can, bypassing the bot. The move buys him a few seconds as the bot spins in place on its treads, but he ends up in the same situation on the reverse side of the arena. This continues for a few laps, with the human visibly wearing down. Perhaps realizing his error, he switches tactics and leads the bot towards a support column, allowing it to get close before ducking around behind it. The bot starts turning in place, but the tread gets hooked on the pillar, and for a moment it appears stuck. You can sense the tingle of hope in the man. He's still gonna die, as he watches the bot rock to and fro for several seconds. However, the bot's rocking eventually frees it, and it turns to face him again. Crestfallen, the man returns to his original strategy of dodging the robot like a bullfighter, even more slowly with every pass. It doesn't take long for the robot to wear down its already weakened prey, and it scores its first hit, trampling his leg under the treads. The man's cry of pain is lost in a wave of cheering from the crowd as the robot backs up. The man hardly has time to limp before it rams him again, this time following through and impaling him against the wall. Ouch. Drunk with bloodlust, the crowd is now screaming as the robot backs away one more time from the stumbling, bleeding man. The bot rams him into the wall one more time and backs away, this time with a human stuck on its spikes. The crowd cries out in ecstasy, which eventually simmers down to a rabble as the arena service personnel remove the entrails. Your mouth agape, you suddenly feel a wave of nausea. You begin looking around panicked. What do we do? Do we leave or do we see what happens next? See what happens next. Well, apparently we're not staying around. All right. And we got our stuff back. All right. Grabbing your things, you step aside, back towards the stairs and step out into the air. Compared to the inside, the outside is deadeningly quiet, made evident by the ringing in your ears. You head off towards the tree line. It's like, yup, getting out of here. Thank you very much. Oh, please don't tell me that screwed up all of my inventory. Alright, that goes on the back. That goes in there. And my weapon. Where's my weapon? Okay, click empty out. There we go. Let's put that back in the hand there. Well, we didn't get horribly murdered, so I suppose it's not too bad. Head towards the abandoned houses there. Oh, hello. Something? You're currently carrying too much weight and unable to move. What the hell happened there, then? Something's around here. What do you mean carrying too much weight? When did that happen? I was moving fine before. Apparently there's a something nearby? Search for it. Oh, shit. A guy wielding a whiskey bottle. Well, we do have a ranged weapon. I assume I am not hidden. This guy got the jump on me. All right, let's try doing a ranged attack then. And I missed. So try it again. Sure. Oh, stunned him. Unable to move. Now do I go at him? Or do I just keep on it? I've used both of my stones. I think I have 2 more in my inventory. I could load up again. Maybe I just keep hitting him with it until he goes down. He has a concussion. I mean, that's not a bad start. Let's load up a couple more rocks. I can throw pebbles as well, although I don't know how much damage that'll do. Alright, we got more in there. Or I could just leave while he's stunned. Yeah, keep at him. He went for me. Not my fault. Ooh, hit him with the stomach, and he's now coughing up blood and bleeding. Just keep whacking him with it. Oh, yes. Out of stones. Let's, I guess, load pebbles now. Can't load shards of glass, apparently. I don't know, maybe I can. Yeah, it looks like just pebbles. Throw squirrels. Would be the best. I have a few pebbles, actually, quite a few. I wonder if it throws them all at once. Guess we'll find out, won't we? Blast away with a volley of ranged attacks. Let's give it a try. Oh, he's pinned by the suppressive fire of my sling. I love it. He is severely bleeding and just getting destroyed right now. I'm tempted just to approach him and go with the meat cleaver now. I don't know if I'll actually be able to kill him by repeatedly throwing that. He's behind cover now and coughing up blood and such. I don't know. The last time I tried to approach a dude, he murdered me straight up. But I have stunned and concussed and hurt him a lot this time. Maybe let's demand that he surrenders. It's like he's bleeding and close to death. Surrender. He didn't. Okay. Let's have words. Nope. Alright. Well, that's how it's gonna be by the looks of it. Let's get out that meat cleaver. I did the most reasonable thing I could. If you're gonna be like that. I guess we can threaten him. He's gonna go for me, probably. Oh, he's running. He's exposed to an easy attack. Charge him, maybe. Yep, I'm there. Let's just murder him now. Melee surge. Oh, it's a flurry of melee attacks. Sure, why not? And I missed. Alright. Yeah, he's running for it. I'm sorry, he threatened me. I want him now. I want what he has, and I may butcher him for meat. He's exposed to an easy attack. Alright. Gonna get him this time. And my meat cleaver broke immediately. Well then. Also, he hit me in the upper arm with a glass bottle, which thankfully didn't do much. And his bottle is gone. Alright, we're actually now just gonna punch each other. Do I not have anything else that I could equip as a melee weapon? This is just a desperate situation. Punch the bastard. Punched him in the head. He now has a concussion and is stunned. Now we just punch him repeatedly, surely. Oh, yes, there we go. We beat him. Whipped his ass. Finally, there we go. He has passed out from unbearable pain. I guess we could just loot him and leave then, can't we? Although it's not really giving me the option to do that. Unless the items are just on the ground. Which he may be. Ooh, look at the value of that. $160 worth of whiskey. One, I want that. It's like, put it in the whiskey bottle and run away with his booze. That seems like the plan. I think that's all he's got. I was wondering if he was wearing any clothes. Yoink. I want your booze. We already have that map, the same one. So we don't need that. Do we just beat him to death at this point? I'm gonna go with yes. There we go. I think we... Yeah, he's dead. By a traumatic brain injury. I'm a dick. Ooh. Looks like... That's showing me where Detroit is. Interesting. Alright. I used the map. Where is Detroit? And that's now traced a map on the map. Cool. That's useful. Alright, well, he's dead. We don't really need to heal. We barely... I think we took... He hit me in the arm once, and that was about it, by the looks of it. Oh yeah, I have a minor cut bruising and moderate pain in the arm. I can probably just use... Oh, look at it. I was going to say, that looks like a sleeping bag. But it's not. It's a dead person. He's got a hoodie, though. That's all. I'll have that. That was totally worth murdering a human being for. Absolutely. He also has a bunch of very expensive-looking cured meat. What's in his pockets as precious? Is it beans? It is soup. Close enough. Also, apparently Fubar is so upset at my brutality it decided to crash for whatever reason. It's a bit of a weird one. Oh, what's going on with that? He looked a bit like a sleeping bag, didn't he? I mean, you know, with enough effort, he could be a sleeping bag. Got some clean rags there. I do need to bandage myself up after getting that cut, so I'll have that. This meat. Do I just eat it? I'm not even hungry. I had all that barbecue earlier. I want to go crafting and see... Well, I don't have a meat cleaver anymore. I broke my meat cleaver on this guy, so I cannot, unfortunately, butcher him for meat. He's worth $1. Apparently, that's the value of a human life, whereas this meat is worth $48.42, somehow. Based on what, I don't know. I'm gonna drop those shards. Well, I got my hoodie on, so I'm not gonna be cold anymore. There you go. Put some meat into there. Well, there we go. We successfully fought something. Went a lot better than the last time. I need more rocks for my sling, apparently, because that is a great weapon. Just battered the thing. I think that's about it. I want to find a place to sell this whiskey, because apparently it's worth a fucking fortune. Alright then. So, supposedly we got a route on the mini-map to Detroit. It's all the way up. The map's that big? Wow. Okay. Well then. Let's see about crafting, making some sort of bandages. Clean rags, I imagine, would be made into those. I think we've got known recipes for that. Medical, yeah. You have to boil the cleaned rags. Looks like so. Boiling water. You need a campfire for that. Actually, in theory not. You could make a solar still. I have to wonder if the game supports that. It probably would, knowing this bloody thing. Yeah, fireproof, waterproof container, heat source, any water. I mean, it's only a little cut, right? It's totally not going to get infected and murder me, yes? I'll be fine. I won't be fine. And that's highly unlikely. Yeah, it does. The game has a crazy amount of detail. Like I said, it's designed to be more of an immersive sim than anything else, I think. Oh, another guy. Yeah. I don't want to explain to him why there's a guy murdered at my feet, so I'm going to leave. Nothing here, really. It looks like there's a shack in the woods over there. Something on the ground. Stones, yes, we need those. Saved me quite nicely last time having one of those. What's the... might as well drink it. I never got that, I assume that was the payment for getting in there, wasn't it? That little water purity tester that I gave them. Let's have a gander. What is in it is the question. Twinkies. A lot of soup. Gummy bears. Sounds like an episode of Chopped. Ingredients hidden in these baskets, and you must use French-made Blinky snack cakes, a handful of jelly bears, Chef Yummy's creamy cum soup can. Did I just say creamy cum soup can? I did. That happened. That would be one hell of a Chopped episode. And 7 packets of Flynn's Fancy Style ketchup. 20 minutes on the clock. Your time starts now. Oh my god. Bunch of clean rags. Stack them. Always nice. And some pebbles. Yes, they saved my life last time. It's like, do I want 7 packets of ketchup? What? I can't imagine what that would be used for. What could you craft with 7 packets of ketchup? That should be the whole Chopped basket. And you must use 7 packets of ketchup and nothing else. Jesus. Uh-oh, feral dog. Player is unable to see one. Oh, it's nighttime now. Okay. Through to the marshlands. This totally won't be dangerous or anything. Berries. Yeah, we don't touch berries in marshlands. Not a smart idea. Boy Scouts taught me anything. Into the woods. This is totally not dangerous or anything. How's my health anyway? Has this got any worse? Nah. Yeah, it looks like it's got better. I'll be fine. Yeah, it's like actually quite relaxing. And surprisingly tense, for obvious reasons. Not the sort of game I play on a regular, I have to admit. I do appreciate its attention to detail, I'll give it that. More pebbles. We know what happened last time. The most deadly weapon I can find. It's a lot of pebbles. I wonder what the weight requirement is, actually. Blind? I don't know if I'm necessarily blind. That might be tad excessive. I still found nothing that I could use as flint. I don't think a regular stone does the job. I wonder if you can just, like, drag the rag on there. Oh, that actually works. I thought you had to make a bandage or something. Apparently not. Oh, cool. There we go. It's all bandaged up now. It's kind of neat. Might as well rest here. Rest until wounds heal. Had trouble falling asleep. I mean, probably because we're in a dark, horrible forest. Should we try that again? There we go. Oh, shit. We may have made a horrible mistake. Well, I got some rocks, so... And I can't see. Something approaches. Can we just leave? I don't even know what anything is. Oh, I have no moves left. Okay. Nope. Oh, whatever it was doesn't seem all that interested. Fine by me. Getting the bloody hell out of here. More rocks. So you can barely move during the night. Okay. Like, maybe if you have a torch, I suppose, that would probably be different. And I can make one, it's just the lack of a way to make fire that does stop me from doing that. More pebbles. My sling's a shotgun at this point. Let's have a look around the woods. I'm sure there won't be anything horrible. Found something. Mushrooms! Totally not risky. What time is our conference? It's coming out quite shortly. I'll probably wrap this up in a bit. 1 hour 30 minutes. Yeah, alright. I think I'll wrap it up now. Yeah, that's it. It's not the kind of game I play on a regular, but if it is for you, then it's currently available on chrono.gg/tb for $3.50. This seems like the kind of thing that would intrigue you. Like I say, I do appreciate the attention to detail. It's just not the sort of thing that I regularly engage in playing. But it's pretty cool, I'll give them that. I believe it's being ported to mobile eventually. Might be pretty cool on that. But yeah, it's available there till 12 PM Eastern tomorrow. Now, speaking of what we're doing the rest of the day, we do have 2 E3 conference streams going on. And there is the information on the screen. First one going to kick off at 4:45 Eastern. It's going to be Microsoft, and then late night, basically around midnight, we've got the Bethesda conference. To whether or not I'm going to get the supercut of Microsoft done prior to Bethesda, oof, that's questionable. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully. If you've missed the supercut for EA, well, that's already up. It's on the channel right now. And after I close this broadcast down, I'll rerun the whole EA press conference thing again as well, since it's about as long as the gap that we've got before we go live. So, yeah, I can run that. which I'm sure everyone will love. It's terrible. You probably don't want to watch it, but that's just the way it is. It's Twitch today, so it would be nice to have something else, so we'll just run a vodcast of that for you. Rerun E3 EA conference. Microsoft later. There we go. Cool. So we're going to go to a rerun of the podcast, and we will be back. If you're confused about the time, other than what you see on the screen right now, the command next E3 in the channel will tell you exactly when we start the Microsoft event. I can't remember if it's a little earlier than I think we'll actually be live, but again, it'll be running a vodcast rerun anyway up until that point, so you can just hang around in the channel if you wish. And myself and Jenna will try our best to make those entertaining. I'm going to go make some food and get ready for that show. Thank you for watching, folks. Much appreciated. And we will see you in about an hour and a half or so for the Microsoft E3 conference Snarkathon.